Have you ever wondered which single-player games are really worth every penny? The ones that, once you start playing, you just can't put down? Well, today we're going to show you 20 games that are true gems, with immersive gameplay, epic stories, and impressive graphics. And don't think this is just another ordinary list. We're talking about games that truly leave a mark and make you want to explore every corner of the map. Hey, it's Jax here. If you're new to the Play Hunters channel, welcome. I bring you daily content so you don't miss a single detail about the gaming universe. And if you could subscribe to help me grow, I'd be super happy. Starting our list, we have Lies of P, a game that blends the dark and the fascinating in a unique way. The setting is intriguing, with an atmosphere that evokes classic tales, but is filled with mystery and tension. The gameplay is challenging, requiring quick reflexes and strategic planning, keeping the player constantly on alert. The graphics are breathtaking, with every environmental detail contributing to the immersion. It's hard not to get wrapped up in the narrative as you explore this world full of secrets and surprises. The combat is something that truly stands out. The fluidity of movement, combined with a precise dodge system, makes every battle electrifying. Many consider the game's difficulty to be on par with major titles in the genre, maintaining a high level of challenge, but never feeling unfair. Strategy is vital, and players must adapt quickly to each situation, making the fights much more engaging than in more linear games. The way the game pulls players into a plot full of mysteries is remarkable. The sense of progression, as you unravel each piece of the story, is rewarding. Every discovery brings a sense of accomplishment that drives players to continue. This is one of those games that captivates with its depth of design, offering a memorable journey for those who enjoy well-crafted challenges. Next up, we have Ghost of Tsushima, a game that wowed players with its cinematic beauty and engaging gameplay. Set in feudal Japan, you take on the role of a warrior seeking freedom and honor. The visuals are spectacular, with breathtaking landscapes that range from golden fields to dense forests. Every setting invites exploration and immersion in this detailed world. Playing it feels like being part of an interactive film, where every move is designed to be fluid and natural. The combat system stands out for its precision and complexity. Players need to master different fighting styles, adapting to each opponent they encounter. This creates dynamic and immersive gameplay, as each battle requires focus and technique. One of the elements that makes the gameplay even more captivating is the duels, which bring a level of tension and strategy rarely seen in other action games. The feeling of evolving as a warrior is constant, with new skills and equipment unlocking throughout the journey. Each victory in combat brings a sense of achievement, and the narrative doesn't lose its momentum, keeping players engaged from start to finish. The open world offers incredible freedom to explore, with always something new to discover, whether through side missions or hidden secrets. It's the kind of game that impresses not only with its depth, but also with the beauty in every detail. In third place, we have Killing Floor 2, a game that brings intense, frenetic action, perfect for those who love high adrenaline combat. Set in a post-apocalyptic world full of grotesque creatures, the main goal is to survive waves of increasingly challenging enemies. The gameplay is fast-paced and requires sharp reflexes, with a combat system that rewards both precision and teamwork, especially when playing in co-op mode. The visuals are packed with details, particularly in the enemy animations and weapon effects. A standout feature is the variety of weapons and abilities players can use to face off against enemies. From heavy artillery to melee weapons, each offers a different approach to taking down foes. The game doesn't hold back on brutality, and the impact of each hit or shot is palpable. The satisfaction of mowing down hordes of monsters is undeniable, especially when paired with the intense soundtrack that adds even more rhythm to the action. Another interesting aspect is the progression system, which keeps players motivated to try again and improve their skills. As you advance, New challenges and enemies appear, forcing adaptation and keeping the gameplay exciting. For those seeking an action-packed game, Killing Floor 2 offers an immersive and highly addictive gameplay. Next, we have Days Gone, a game that combines a vast open world with a narrative full of tension and drama. The story takes place in a post-apocalyptic setting, where players face not only hordes of dangerous enemies, but also the challenges of surviving in a hostile environment. The world is rich in detail, making players feel the desolation and urgency behind every decision. The gameplay blends exploration, combat, and stealth, offering a variety of approaches to tackle challenges. One of the most interesting elements is the survival mechanics. Players must manage resources like ammo and fuel for the motorcycle, adding a constant layer of tension. Facing large groups of enemies requires strategy and preparation. In more intense moments, the game pits players against massive hordes of creatures, making each battle a true test of nerves. The motorcycle, which serves as your primary mode of transportation, also stands out as an important aspect of the game, not just for mobility, but also for its need for maintenance. This creates a connection between the player and the world around them, as every journey needs to be carefully planned. The story develops in an engaging way, with characters that evolve and surprise. Days Gone delivers an immersive and challenging experience that captivates from the start. Next, we have Alan Wake 2, a game that blends psychological horror elements with a complex and engaging narrative. The dark atmosphere is one of its standout features, with settings that create a constant sense of tension and mystery. The story unfolds captivatingly, full of twists that keep players intrigued. The gameplay strikes a balance between action and exploration, where players must deal with enemies while unraveling the secrets of a plot full of nuances. The combat system, focused on using light as a weapon, is one of the game's most interesting aspects. This creates a unique dynamic where players need to switch between keeping enemies at a distance and managing their limited resources. Each encounter brings a sense of urgency, especially in moments when the darkness threatens to overtake everything around. The gameplay is designed to create constant tension, perfectly matching the suspenseful atmosphere. The narrative is filled with mystery, and players become increasingly immersed as new layers of the plot are revealed. Every detail seems carefully crafted to maintain immersion, making it impossible to put the controller down without wanting to uncover the next mystery. This title offers deep and memorable gameplay for those who enjoy games that play with the mind and place players in situations of extreme suspense. Next, we have Mad Max, a game that perfectly captures the essence of a post-apocalyptic world, with vast deserts and intense vehicular combat. The setting is one of its major highlights, immersing players in an arid, devastated landscape filled with lurking dangers. The sense of desolation is brilliantly conveyed through the graphics and world design. The gameplay involves both hand-to-hand combat and vehicular battles, creating a unique action-packed experience. The vehicular combat mechanics are a standout feature that makes the game exciting. Driving through dangerous terrains while battling enemies at high speed is one of the most thrilling aspects. There's a constant sense of adrenaline, especially during chases and ambushes. Players can customize their vehicles, adding an extra layer of strategy and personalization to the gameplay, turning each car into a true war machine. The open world is vast, and players are constantly encouraged to explore and conquer enemy territories. The sense of progression is rewarding, with new skills and upgrades being unlocked as you advance. Each mission is an opportunity to discover new horizons and face enemies in action-packed battles. Mad Max delivers a rich experience in both combat and exploration, becoming one of the standout action open-world titles. Next, we have Hollow Knight, a game that won over many fans with its Metroidvania style and a world full of mysteries. What immediately stands out is the charming visual design, with hand-drawn art and impeccable sound design that perfectly matches the game's dark and intriguing atmosphere. The map is enormous, full of secrets, and players find themselves exploring interconnected areas in a labyrinth-like fashion, constantly encountering new challenges and rewards along the way. The gameplay is challenging but never frustrating. The combat system is precise and fluid, with players gaining new abilities and improving their movement as they progress. Exploration is one of the game's strongest points, as it encourages players to revisit previously inaccessible areas after acquiring new skills. This creates a constant sense of discovery and reward, keeping players interested and curious at every step. The narrative develops subtly, but becomes incredibly deep for those willing to explore every corner of this vast world. The story is fragmented, leaving players to piece it together. This, combined with the increasing challenge and memorable boss fights, turns the game into a complete experience that captivates from start to finish, always with something new to discover. Next on the list is The Witcher 3, widely considered one of the best games of all time. The vast, living open world is one of its standout features, with bustling cities, dense forests, and snow-covered mountains. The level of detail is impressive, and every location feels like it has its own story to tell. The narrative is deep, with rich dialogues and choices that truly impact the progression of the plot. Players are constantly faced with moral decisions, making each journey unpredictable and exciting. Combat is a blend of strategy and skill, requiring players to always be prepared to face a variety of enemies with different weaknesses. The mechanics of using potions, oils, and magic signs add an extra layer of complexity to the battles, allowing for different approaches to each situation. This combination of elements makes each confrontation challenging but rewarding, giving players the feeling of growth with every fight. Beyond combat, the game offers a vast array of side quests that are nearly as engaging as the main story. The world is irresistible to explore, with always something new to discover, whether it's a lurking monster or a hidden plot in a seemingly peaceful village. With a world so dense and full of detail, the immersion is complete, keeping players captivated for hours on end. In ninth place on our list, we have the Uncharted Trilogy, a collection that redefined the action-adventure genre with its cinematic narrative and captivating characters. The trilogy takes players through a series of exotic locations, from dense forests to ancient ruins, with stunning graphics and settings that feel straight out of a movie. The plot is packed with twists and thrilling moments, and it's impossible not to get wrapped up in the adrenaline-filled journey. The action sequences are blockbuster-worthy, featuring electrifying chases and intense confrontations. The strength of the gameplay lies in its balance between gunfights, exploration, and puzzle solving. The alternating between these elements keeps the pacing dynamic and engaging. The climbing and exploration mechanics are smooth, giving players a constant sense of discovery. The combat is well choreographed, and the transition between action and exploration is seamless, ensuring players always feel in control of the adventure. Each game in the trilogy offers progression in terms of gameplay, with improvements in mechanics and graphics in each title. Players are constantly encouraged to keep exploring, uncovering mysteries, and overcoming increasingly complex challenges. The combination of an engaging narrative, memorable characters, and refined gameplay makes this collection a must-play for anyone who enjoys action-adventure games. In 10th place, we have Evil West, a game that offers an interesting mix of action and Western with a supernatural twist. The setting is one of its standout features, with environments blending the Wild West with horrifying creatures, offering a unique combat gameplay. The graphics are impressive, with every detail of the creatures and environments contributing to the immersion. The gameplay focuses on action, with the player facing hordes of enemies in fast-paced, adrenaline-filled battles. The combat mechanics combine the use of firearms with melee attacks, allowing the player to fluidly switch between different fighting styles. This makes battles dynamic and unpredictable, especially when players are forced to adapt their strategy depending on the type of enemy they face. The use of special abilities adds an extra layer of depth, making each encounter even more exciting. Progression in the game is consistently rewarding, with new weapons and abilities being unlocked as you advance. Additionally, the variety of enemies and environments keeps the gameplay challenging without becoming repetitive. For those who enjoy action-packed games with a good dose of adrenaline, Evil West delivers a complete package full of style and excitement. In 11th place, we have Red Dead Redemption 2, a game that redefined the concept of immersion in an open world. With a rich and detailed setting, players are drawn into a journey through the Wild West, where every location feels alive and filled with stories to tell. The attention to detail is impressive, with characters and dialogues that bring depth to every interaction. The narrative unfolds slowly, but it is incredibly rewarding, creating a cinematic masterpiece like no other. The gameplay stands out for its fluidity and the variety of activities players can engage in. Beyond intense combat and strategic shootouts, there's a heavy emphasis on exploration and interaction with the environment. Every mission, whether main or side, offers something new, and the freedom to decide how to proceed makes every choice meaningful. The feeling of being immersed in a true Western is unmatched, thanks to the impeccable world design. Side activities further enhance the sense of a living, dynamic world. Whether hunting, fishing, or simply exploring the vast natural landscapes, there's always something to do. The storyline, combined with the world's depth, turns this game into something unforgettable, where every detail matters and the journey becomes as impactful as the final destination. In 12th place, we have Mafia Definitive Edition, a remake that brings back the iconic crime underworld story with updated graphics and mechanics. The recreation of the fictional 1930s city is incredibly detailed, making players feel like they are part of a true mafia film. The narrative is engaging, with well-crafted dialogues and tense moments that keep your attention from start to finish, making every mission a key part of the plot's progression. The combat system is fluid, blending intense shootouts with thrilling car chases. Players need to be strategic, especially in missions that require more stealth and precision. The variety of weapons and vehicles available gives players multiple approaches to each situation, ensuring that every encounter has its own rhythm and challenge. The city is vibrant and detailed, offering opportunities to explore and discover new areas between missions. The graphical improvements and updated game design bring a fresh feel to the gameplay while preserving the essence of the original title. The immersion into the life of a mobster is complete, from the main missions to the small details of everyday life in the city. Combining a strong narrative with refined gameplay, this remake delivers intense and nostalgic moments for fans of action and open-world games. In 13th place, we have Dead Space Remake, a game that brings back space horror in grand style. With completely revamped graphics, the game manages to crank up the tension to the maximum as players explore claustrophobic corridors and face terrifying creatures. The oppressive atmosphere is the standout feature, with unsettling sounds and lighting that make everything even darker. Every movement is filled with suspense, making the player feel constant danger lurking in every corner. The gameplay remains focused on strategic combat, where players must dismember enemies to survive. This mechanic not only adds an extra level of difficulty, but also turns each encounter into a true test of nerves. The variety of weapons and tools at the player's disposal offers different ways to deal with threats, creating an interesting dynamic that prevents monotony. The story, which blends science fiction with psychological horror, grips the player as new secrets are revealed. Each area of the game hides dangers and mysteries, encouraging careful exploration and quick decision-making. This remake retains the essence of the original, but with improvements that make everything more immersive, delivering a terrifying, adrenaline-filled journey for horror game fans. In 14th place, we have God of War Ragnarok, a game that delivers an epic and engaging journey. Right from the start, the graphics are impressive, with vast landscapes and incredible mythological creatures. Every detail seems carefully crafted to provide total immersion in the Norse world, where players become involved in intense battles and grand explorations. The narrative is strong, blending moments of tension and emotion, with the plot unfolding in an engaging way, full of twists and turns. The gameplay is smooth, with dynamic combat that demands strategy and quick reflexes. Players have a variety of attacks and abilities at their disposal, allowing for different approaches to defeating enemies, each presenting its own challenges. The boss fights are epic and adrenaline-packed, requiring a mix of brute strength and smart tactics. The pacing of the action keeps players constantly engaged, but there are also moments to explore and solve puzzles. The open world offers various areas to explore, each with its own aesthetic and unique challenges. This freedom to venture into different regions enhances the feeling of discovery and progression. The game strikes a perfect balance between frenetic action and engaging narrative, creating something that not only excites but also moves the player. A true masterpiece that keeps the franchise at the top of the best action games. In 15th place, we have Horizon Forbidden West, a game that expands the already established universe with even more vast and breathtaking landscapes. The open world offers a wealth of detail and varied biomes, from lush forests to arid deserts, each with its own challenges and creatures to face. The aesthetic impresses with its beauty and diversity, providing players with a constant sense of exploration and discovery. The narrative remains engaging, with a plot full of mysteries and threats. The gameplay stands out for its fluidity and combat variety, where players can use everything from traditional weapons to advanced technological tools. Facing giant machines requires strategy, with players needing to learn and adapt to each enemy's weaknesses. The climbing, swimming, and flying mechanics add layers to exploration, allowing each region to be fully explored. This dynamism keeps players constantly challenged, with new mechanics introduced at every step. Beyond combat, the game offers a wide range of side activities that further enrich the universe. Well-crafted side missions and secrets scattered across the map encourage players to explore every corner, and the world design makes every discovery feel rewarding, delivering an adventure full of memorable moments and stunning landscapes. In 16th place, we have Black Myth, a game that impresses with its lush visuals and combat inspired by Chinese martial arts. Based on Chinese mythology, players are transported to a world full of mystical creatures and incredible settings. Every area seems meticulously designed, from dense forests to ancient temples, creating an atmosphere that mixes the fantastic with the epic. The artistic style stands out, with a level of detail that makes each moment visually impactful. The gameplay is where the game truly shines, with fluid combat that demands skill and quick reflexes. The fighting system, inspired by legends, is dynamic, allowing players to use a wide range of powers and abilities to face formidable enemies. The variety of attacks and possible transformations keeps each battle fresh and action-packed, with players always needing to adapt to new challenges and creatures along the way. The narrative presents an engaging story filled with mysteries and intriguing characters. Exploring the vast world offers a constant sense of discovery, with secrets hidden in every corner of the map. This game stands out as a work that combines striking aesthetics with challenging and richly detailed gameplay, delivering one of the most epic adventures of recent times. In 17th place, we have Cyberpunk 2077, a game set in a dystopian future that combines an engaging narrative with a vast open world full of detail. The setting of Night City is impressive, with its futuristic architecture, neon lights, and vibrant urban environments, bringing to life a city where every corner hides a story. The cyberpunk aesthetic is brought to life with graphics that capture both the brilliance and the decay of this universe. The gameplay offers a combination of first-person shooting, technological abilities, and customization options. Players can adapt their combat style according to their preferences, whether opting for direct confrontation or a stealthier approach, using cybernetic implants and advanced gadgets. The freedom of choice is one of the highlights, both in combat mechanics and interactions with other characters, creating a fluid and dynamic game. The story is deep and full of twists, offering a plot that holds your attention as players explore the social and political complexities of a corrupted future. This game delivers an immersive world full of possibilities, where every player decision shapes the unfolding of the story and the city itself. In 18th place, we have Zelda: Breath of the Wild, a game that redefined the concept of open-world gaming with its freedom of exploration and innovative mechanics. With landscapes ranging from snowy mountains to lush plains, providing a constant sense of discovery. Every element of the world interacts fluidly, encouraging players to explore without restrictions and use the environment to their advantage. The gameplay stands out by allowing creative approaches to solve problems and face enemies. The physics system and the various tools at the player's disposal offer countless possibilities, from using the wind to sail to creating unique strategies for combat. The freedom to tackle missions and challenges at your own pace gives players a sense of absolute control over how to progress in their journey. The story is engaging but doesn't overwhelm players with linearity. The world itself tells an important part of the story, with ancient ruins and hidden secrets waiting to be uncovered. The combination of free exploration, dynamic combat, and a rich setting makes this game a true masterpiece that captivates both new players and longtime fans of the franchise. In 19th place, we have Dragon's Dogma 2, a game that builds on the innovative concepts of its predecessor, offering an even vaster world full of possibilities. The most immediately striking feature is the combat system, which remains one of the most dynamic and exciting in the genre. Players can climb giant creatures during battles, use a wide variety of skills, and adapt to different classes, creating a unique strategic flexibility. This makes every battle a spectacle of action and tactics. The open world is vast and filled with dangers, with dark caves, abandoned castles, and dense forests waiting to be explored. Exploration is always rewarding, as there is constantly something new to discover, whether a formidable creature or a forgotten treasure. The world around you is full of stories and mysteries, encouraging players to explore every corner to uncover the secrets it holds. With enhanced graphics and refined mechanics, this action RPG delivers an epic adventure full of surprises and challenges for those seeking an immersive, action-packed game. Next, we have Elden Ring, a game that left a mark on the industry with its grand open world and characteristic combat system of action and RPG games. The dark and mysterious atmosphere, combined with a vast world full of secrets, invites players to explore every corner. The map is enormous, with locations ranging from dense forests to imposing castles, each with its own story and challenge. The combat is challenging and rewards patience and mastery of the mechanics. Players must learn enemy patterns, use the environment to their advantage, and choose the right moment to attack or retreat. The game offers a variety of weapons, abilities, and fighting styles, allowing each player to find the approach that suits them best. The high difficulty brings a sense of accomplishment after each victory, making every battle memorable. Exploration is constant, with hidden rewards in every corner and a narrative that unfolds slowly through the environment and encounters with different characters. Elden Ring stands out as a milestone in action RPG games, combining demanding gameplay with a rich and immersive world. And I want to know, how many of these games have you played? And which one is your favorite from all the games in this video? Of course, is there an incredible game you think should have made the list, but didn't? Leave a comment below. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates from the gaming world and stay on top of all the new releases. I'm leaving a card with a list of 20 games every gamer needs to play. Just click to watch. Big hugs and see you tomorrow.